This is my 2017 Indian Chieftan Limited. Bike is brand new. Currently has, I think, 142 miles on it. And I wanted to give you a little display or a little show of the 7-inch infotainment system and dash setup of this bike, which I find amazing. I've seen Harley's system. Nothing against Harley. I love Harleys. It doesn't hold a candle to this. It just doesn't. So I'm going to try and darken it just a little bit so people can get a better view. Again, if you don't know, these systems are a keyless system. Has a proximity key fob. The button right here. Key fob is with the bike at the moment. Push that. The system will roar to life. Cool graphics. Very cool colors. Always have to push this so they're not liable that if you crash while messing with this thing. And here's your 7-inch infotainment system. On the right you have a tachometer, a gear selector, and there's the mileage, like I said, 142. On the left you have a fuel gauge, approximately fuel range. The bike is sitting on its side right now, so it's not giving it an accurate range. And a speedometer. This infotainment system is pretty amazing and very intuitive and extremely simple to use. So I'm going to try and get in a little bit closer. Hopefully it stays in focus.
So that's coming up around the corner. Also,
I like it this way. It gives me my radio or Bluetooth or USB connection, whatever I tend to be using. On the left side of the screen and on the right side of the screen, I have my speedometer, fuel range, RPM, and gear. However, it can be changed to numerous things. It really depends on what you want. If you touch right here, it'll bring up a whole menu of screens, as you can see, ranging anything from trip odometers, the vehicle status, trip odometers 1 and 2, tire pressure sensor monitors, just speedometer, tax, Bluetooth status, vehicle info, audio, Bluetooth settings, Garmin GPS. Even has a ride data one down here. Try and get it to focus. With a compass and everything else in it. It's just an amazing system. Okay, it keeps going out of focus because I'm sitting in the dark. So I keep tapping the screen. There we go. All this can be controlled by touching the screen, obviously, or by just pushing these rubber buttons. There's your GPS. Here's your phone status, which my phone right now is connected, although I'm playing the radio. This would be to set up a second device. This here just turns off the display if you don't want it on, which I don't know anybody would want that. This right here brings up the full screen radio, but if you keep pushing it, you get other options: FM, AM, National Weather Service, Bluetooth audio, USB iPod. It's really fantastic. Over here, again, you go back to your screens, which can be changed to whatever you want. I tend to like it here. Settings for all this is a drop-down menu right at top where the Indian logo is. And it brings up all this stuff that can be changed, again, to whatever you want. The screen is touch sensitive. I'm doing this blind here. General time, audio, vehicle, it's got a built-in equalizer, you name it, it's got it. The stereo system itself puts out 200 watts of power, and trust me, it's loud. Any button to get back out of it. And a really cool thing, Indian seems to have thought of everything. If your key fob doesn't work, the battery dies in your key fob, there is a 4-digit code that you get to set for your bike. Can be any 4-digit code that is controlled by your turn signal stalk. If your code was 1, 2, 3, 4, you'd be left once, right twice, left 3 times, right 4 times. That would override the system and allow you to start the bike if your key fob dies. And again, that code could be anything you want. And no, my code is not 1, 2, 3, 4. The other thing that's really cool is even though that's a full capacitive touchscreen that can be also used with full gloves on, it works just as good with gloves as it does with your fingers. You don't have to touch it, ever. Radio controls are right here. Volume, up, down, selecting different radio services, and skipping ahead or forward. Or, back behind here, there is a switch. If I can get back there and show you. There's a switch right here. And that switch, when pushed, will allow you to go through your screens that you have programmed. I want the bike timed out. Put it back on. Timed out because I didn't start it to save battery. Like I was saying, that switch over here, while you're riding, convenient place for it to be, very easy to reach. You can go through every single screen you have programmed, even GPS. It's just fantastic. And GPS is just like your smartphone. Pinch to zoom. Anywhere on the map. It's super responsive.
This time of year, your annoying
Well done, Indian.
waking you up with his lawnmower.
Again, this is my 2017 Indian Chieftan Limited. Darken her up just a little bit.
The river, 97
142 miles on it
variety.
in what's called pearl white smoke. I just love the color. Thank you, guys.